Took my headphones off so I could drink something that I promise is not lean. I almost promise you it's not lean. All right, so yeah, I saw the video that where is it? Oh, he did it. Oh, he did. Okay, let's play this first. Okay, if you've not seen this, go see it now. So, okay, if you don't know where this clip came from, all right, fucking MP Nate Brody was doing a review of TriggerTits, fucking idiot box person, saying that Trump has created 50 billion jobs. Now think of now. So okay, you don't have to know the actual fucking population of the United States. Now, if you think about 50 billion jobs, just conceptualize that for a fucking second, okay? Do you think 50 billion jobs is something that even sounds fucking right? Just think about it. Just take as much time as you need, okay? Now, if you actually go and look at the population of the U.S., which also includes people of not non-working age, like infants, you might notice there's a little discrepancy here. So, fuck is this? I don't need to get up. So MP I just got off the phone with MP. We were laughing about this because True is so upset that people don't take him seriously and call him an idiot. It's because of shit like this. So Skylar Fiction, in true Skylar Fiction fucking fashion, please folks, go like this video, go watch this video. I'm gonna play it here just so you know, because I'm so glad he got this clip. Because this is one of the instances where he's dead dog fucking wrong, and then he will double fucking down each and every time, rather than saying, you know what, I misspoke. He is not a big enough man to just say, you know what, I didn't mean 50 billion. I said I pulled it out of my ass. I was just talking. You know, we all do it. Hell, I do it all fucking. My entire channel is me doing that.
I had a video the other day that I didn't keep it on. Like I said, this is where I like to talk about things with community and some of the drama. But I took it down from my True Empiricism channel. In that discussion, we were talking about the GDP, and we were talking about how under Obama it wasn't anywhere near the same as it is with Trump now. Doing a very good job. 50 billion jobs. 50 billion jobs. 50 billion jobs.
You dumb bastard.
It almost sounds like he started to say 50 million, then he corrected himself and said 50 billion. Now, I don't know what that signifies. I'm not a psychologist, but anyway. Sorry, folks. It is kind of low. He kind of he mumbles. So we had an issue with the audio, and trust me, that's everything was trying. Every person who has heard that has told MP that was low, but there's nothing that he could have done to actually increase that, because the original volume is just it's fucking, he's Mumbles McGee anyway. So it is what it is. Anyway, y'all can go and listen to it on the Skylar Fiction channel and turn all the way up. But he does clearly say 50 million, then he corrects himself 50 billion jobs. So anyway, all right. This coffee's fucking good. Oh my god. You're gonna listen to me drink the shit out of this. I'm not smacking my lips. I'm actually drinking delicious fucking coffee. But I don't grind my coffee beans like a particular hipster. I'm not that cool yet. So I will have peasants make it for me. Oh god, it's so good. Okay. Whew. So. Oh yes. Okay. So if y'all want late night hangouts, kind of like Gus's Midnight Salons, but on air, bring your own topic is being hosted by Sock Account, like fucking 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock every fucking night. So please go there. I sent the invite to Tommy Hall, and he's like, "What did I miss?" I was like, "You missed your favorite topic, leftists and their stupidity." You know, and I'm pretty sure he was aghast for that, but he might tune in this time. So yeah. Yeah, I don't make very good hipster. You actually want to see how I look now, because I've been shaving. Actually, let me stop screen sharing so you can see how I actually. So you can. Well, maybe you can't see me. Maybe you can just see a silhouette of me, because it's really bright right now. It's like 11 a.m. All right. Okay. I went to the gym yesterday, and I am fucking sore. Oh, I want to touch myself. Oh God, that's so. Oh, bad muscles. Bad. Oh God, it's so sore. Oh my goodness. Oh God. Now I know how my wife feels. Oh shit. Okay. So yes, I've been doing some shit. I'm not done yet. I just got tired of shaving because I have shitty disposable razors. Oh, if you love me, buy me Dunkin' Donuts. It's so bad for me, but I love it. This is the only sweet thing that I'll have all day. So back on the grind. Anyway, yes. So I've actually shaved. You can see, and so I'm working on this part here because I'm cheap and I don't want to pay $22 yet. Not yet. I'll pay it later. Anyway. Okay. So if you've not seen this video, this is one of the best examples of fucking what I like to call primal butthurt. Now you have different levels of butthurt. You have, okay, someone said something about me. I think it's untrue or unfair. I think it's a mischaracterization. I don't like that. But when you are just stark raving fucking mad about something fairly fucking minor, you have reached the primal. Like this is fucking ancient butthurt. This is butthurt that has a fucking, I can't fucking speak now, existed for ages. This is butthurt built into one's DNA that you have to activate in some weird like anime like cutscene in a dark corner somewhere, brooding to oneself. Because you know what my transgression was this time? Do you know why he is so upset that he made this video? And this video, he made this fairly late. Let's give it time. Okay. 22 hours ago. Why does it give it time? I thought they give time on here. Okay, no, just dates. Whatever. Okay. So I might have the time frame wrong. Anyway, my transgression this time was telling people that he is nowhere near as tall as he says he is. Now, I forgot why. So when did I say this? I was in my kitchen and I was doing dishes. And I believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong, someone had mentioned G-Man's height. And I said, no, he's nowhere near 5'11". You know, just quit lying. I wasn't even saying that to be funny. I wasn't saying that to actually demean him. I'm just curious as to why he gives himself a few inches. Well, we all know why guys we give each other, not give each other. God damn it, give ourselves, Freudian slip. Give ourselves a few inches. Like there's a whole series of jokes attached to that, right? But I guess if you're under 6 feet tall, this is a thing. This is a thing. So he needs to be as close to 6 feet tall as he can be. He is maybe 2 or 3 inches taller than Hannah. I will give him maximum 3 inches taller than Hannah. Okay, Hannah is 5'5". It's about around average height for a woman. Okay, G-Man is maybe 2 inches taller than my wife. Now you guys seen my wife next to me. You've seen G-Man next to me. They're about comparable in height. So for whatever reason, he is upset that I'm like, dude, there's no way that you're 5'11". I've been around lots of people who are 5'11". In fact, a part of my job in the military was doing height and weight. So trust me when I say that I can pretty much somewhat gauge someone's height fairly well. I had to actually do that. Now, if he wants to pull out the measuring tape and actually measure himself and prove me wrong, sure. Sure. Why not? I can be wrong. If someone said drag, you're wrong, you're wrong. But my goodness, I would have never thought that someone would have been so upset because you possibly shorted them a few inches that they would make the. See, I'm not going to play this whole thing, folks. It's just it goes into this weird tirade of like him now wanting to go back to using generalizations. It goes back into, I think he mentions my accomplishments. It gets really weird. It gets really cerebral at one point, and you kind of see you kind of see the hallmarks of a broken man, and it makes me sad. That's honestly, like, I think I got maybe 22, 23 minutes in, and it's just like, this is so sad. I'm in the car with my wife. We're playing Pokemon. We're getting Sonic. I'm going to go back. I'm going to drink my Sonic. I'm going to talk some shit, and I'm going to feel on breasts and vagina and ass, and I'm going to go to sleep. He's going to feel on his cat, and he's going to roll around in cat piss and cat shit and probably get another UTI and be a lonely fucker. It's just sad. So let's listen to it, folks. Let's get to it. Yes, happy Jesus. Yes, he was. He now denies that that happened, even though we have a picture and 5 witnesses.
I'm gonna do this downstairs instead of doing this in the house. Because of the atheist elk don't believe in telling the truth, so
Wait, what? What? The hell? I forgot about that. Hold on. Oh, and I was trying to get rid of Scream Presso, and I missed. So he disconnected, I think, when he was going downstairs. So let me close caption. Did he say what I think he just said? Up there.
of the atheist elk don't believe in
He did say elk again. I'm so. Oh God, I forgot about that. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. So for G-Man's benefit, and I gotta use the Screen Presso again. God damn! I just closed it too. I like this program. If there's a free program that I would definitely consider buying, it would be Screen Presso, because I like the clipping tool. It makes
telling the truth.
it makes it so much easier for me to do what I want to do and put shit where I want to put it, and make it big, make it big, make it big, make it big. All right, all right. So G-Man, when you heard this word like 4 years ago, it wasn't ELK, it was ILK, ilk. I mean, actually, I was gonna click on that too. I was 2 seconds from clicking on that shit. I almost did it. A type of people or things similar to those already referred to. The veiled suggestions that the reporters of his ilk seem to be so good at. And yeah, so there you go. Type, category, class, group, breed, bracket, genre, make. I'm good for saying genre. Like I say, genre of food. I've been saying that lately. Genre of food. I like how that sounds, so I started saying it. So G-Man, it's not ELK, it's ILK. It's not elk, like the things that you can, like, I don't know, hunt that look like deer. It's not elk, it's ilk. Okay. I don't know. Maybe is there like a ban on using certain letters in New Jersey? Because I've noticed that a lot of his stuff are just New Jerseyisms, and I found that out because my wife likes to watch these. What is this? Real Housewives of fucking Jersey Shore. What is this shit? What is that? New Housewives of New Jersey. Whatever that fucking show is, and they're all Italian and they're all fucking just out there. Uh, Whatever that fucking show is, they all talk like G-Man. And I can see that he's definitely picked up some of his mannerisms from his former employer, which is funny because, I mean, you got to kind of hang around people a lot to pick up their mannerisms and speech and shit. So, okay, yeah.
So, truth is definitely not something to make care of.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And, Mr. G-Man, right here.
The G-Man mobile.
I'm just going to respond to a couple of things that I've been hearing about myself again on the Lying Chemist show, where the truth doesn't.
Okay, so okay. Let me clear something up, folks. I am not a chemist. I have taken probably 2 semesters of chemistry. I'm gonna be on my 3rd semester of chemistry. I am not a chemist. I will not take inorganic chemistry. I will not take analytical chemistry. I will not take any of the required fucking courses to actually be a chemist. Working with chemicals does not make you a chemist. I will not ever claim that. Okay, Doc Savage is a chemist technically. Okay, so stop saying that. People have to work with chemicals. When you fry chicken, when I fry chicken, you work with chemicals. That doesn't make you a chemist. That doesn't make me a chemist. Stop saying that. I am not a chemist. Okay, thank you.
No. Hot upstairs. I live on the 3rd floor, and
You live in an attic. Say it.
it's hot out there, and I don't want to keep wasting my raising my electrical bill and everything and whatnot. But
You mean your landowner's electrical bill?
I mean, Is it time for us to start saying that atheists are just pathological liars?
The irony.
Brittany Reynolds, I am going to ignore the haters, but I need to say a couple of things. Number one.
I'm ignoring, but I'm gonna not ignore him.
This guy gets a lot of support just for lying. Just for telling lies.
Is that so? Well, let's see something for a second here. Because I know this pisses you off, so I'm gonna do it. Here we go. Man, look at that. $106 for lying. Supposedly, people pay this to me to lie. So, G-Man, does this piss you off? I mean, does this upset you, G-Man? Is this because I mean, I don't know. Like I would imagine, like, who cares? Like, there's plenty of people who get paid for doing much greater things, like scientists. Like, where's scientist Mel? I think I support her. There she is. Boom. Support JD Kane too, because why not? So I think there are plenty of people who are worried. Look at all this shit. Look at all this shit. Heart that shit. I don't care. I'm not even reading it. Heart that shit. I'm heart that shit. Heart that shit. 3 weeks ago. No, only Patreons can see that. Sorry. Heart that shit. See, there's plenty of people doing great things. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So why are you upset? Who cares? Who cares, right? But you care. Why do you keep mentioning that, G-Man? Are you jealous? Are you jealous that people literally give me money to make fun of you? I think that's what you're upset about. It has nothing to do because I've not lied about anything, honestly. If I've been mistaken about something, I've been open to correction, and I'm pretty good for saying that. But I think that you're really upset because I point out the obvious shit that you don't want people to know. It's like the reason you wear hats is because you're fucking bald. That's true. That's a fact, buddy. Actually, you told me that. So, I mean, and it's pretty obvious too. Why a 44-year-old man dresses like it's 1993. Come on now.
Let me give you a healthy example of this. Apparently now, I recently found out, I'm a virgin. I found out that I'm not 5'11", even though Psychopath Atheist met me in person. Dragnet has met me in person. He's not that much taller than me.
Yes, I am.
2-3 inches taller than me.
No.
From shoulder width. Dragnet.
Okay, so from shoulder width. Where that picture at? Where is that picture at? I want to show some other stuff too. Now, I think he's talking about this picture. And sorry, it's really small. That's what every guy says. Sorry, it's so small. Okay. So G-Man, the issue with this picture is if you notice, I'm leaning over. If you actually look at this picture, G-Man, and you remember when we stand side by side, you then made the comment about me being much bigger than you, and then you begin to do your weird like emote thing where you were pretending to be Frankenstein because my normal posture when I walk is a bit too stiff for you, and I'm not just fucking I guess a lanky fucking Bojangles looking motherfucker. I'm just tap dancing everywhere like you. No, I actually have a somewhat firm posture when I walk or when I ambulate anywhere. So if you actually want to compare sizes, it wouldn't be when I'm leaning over to shake your hand. And the interesting thing, if you actually look at my posture here, and I told people, you see the look on his face? He didn't realize I was that much bigger than him. Now, if he wants to include his hat in that, that's fine. If he wants to include his hat in height, if he wants to include the shoes that he was wearing, that's fine too. But if I'm standing up straight, which I was not, then no, G-Man, you are definitely quite a few inches shorter than me. I'm 71 inches. You definitely are not fucking 5'11". But again, I could be wrong. You and Hannah really are very close in height. And actually, I have another photo for reference. If you guys, I'm gonna have to find another image of him, and you can see people in the background. I have to find it. Hold on. So I'm gonna play this.
That's about 6'1", 6'2". I'm 5'11". I'm a pretty tall pro. I'm 5'11". All right, so he just got on his channel and said that I wasn't. I don't need to say anything else in this video. I can end the video right now and call every atheist on YouTube a bunch of liars because.
Okay, so so here, okay, that's the interesting thing. Now, if I'm mistaken, well, one thing, let's start with that. If I'm mistaken about his height, then I'm mistaken about his height. It is what it is. Maybe I misjudged it, but it's interesting that he jumps from, and did y'all catch that? He jumped from, okay, Dragnot evidently can't tell height very well, to all atheists are liars. Now that's an interesting leap. That you have to wonder how his mind works, because in no sane person, who would actually make that type of association other than G-Man. This is classic fucking G-Man. Well, so you know what? One person got something wrong about something that I feel very strongly about. Therefore, every person who matches that description is now indicted. Like you all are now responsible because of the actions of one person. Now, G-Man, I can't tell you as a black man how disappointed I am in you, because it's funny that you've mentioned certain types of discriminations, particularly against people of color, yet you say shit like that. And then, but it shouldn't surprise some of you, because he doesn't understand things being analogous. So if you guys want another reference picture, now you see where he is. He's like 3 steps up. You can actually get a full profile of G-Man. Now tell me, does that look like someone who's 5'11" in you? Now this is Hana, by the way, and why he's touching Hana's knee, that's, well, you can fill in the gaps there, but you can actually get a full profile G-Man. G-Man's not that tall. Most of this shit here is loose, baggy clothing that he uses to make up for his lack of size, because once he takes off 15 pounds of fucking clothes, you can see that you have someone with a physique of a 14-year-old prepubescent gymnast, Russian gymnast at that. So G-Man, but maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm mistaken. Well, here's something interesting. JD, even in his terrible posture, is quite a bit taller than G-Man, because JD is actually a bit closer to me in height than he is to G-Man. Again, I'm just giving you this for reference. I'll say, G-Man maybe 5'8", maybe 5'9", at max, but 5'11", I don't think so, sir. I don't think so.
Every atheist that watched him upvoted the video. You didn't correct him. You didn't say anything. You simply sat there and you agreed with him.
Oh, okay, so that's why. So because he saw likes on a video, that means that everything that was stated in the video, people agree with. That's interesting. That's an interesting connection that G-Man has drawn. When, hell, I get likes before the video even starts. I don't even know if people made it that far. But for whatever reason, because I could actually look at the analytics and see, like, well, what was the average watch time? Well, if the average watch time is probably less than, I don't know, if it's less than maybe 8-9 minutes, they probably didn't get to it. They may have, I don't know. It just tells me the average time. It didn't tell me where they started. But this is interesting. This is interesting. Yeah, Froze. Yeah, yeah. The more shit he talks, I'm gonna start taking away inches. That'll be fair. So he says something stupid by Friday, he's gonna go down to 5'7".
And I thought it was really interesting, just how much atheists are into lying. They're not into telling the truth. See, this is the hypocritical part when you're dealing with these people. For those of you who are Christians out there, see, this is what we got to put up with on the net. Okay,
this is what we got to put up with on the internet. They tell us that we're not as tall as we think we are. There are Christians literally being killed in oppressive regimes. But here in America, I sit on my stoop because it's too hot in my attic that I rent from a random person, and I have to endure day in and day out people telling me that I am not 5'11". They tell me I am not. I'm a big boy. You will not tell me that I'm not a big boy. My mommy told me a long time ago that if I ate my vegetables that I would grow, and you're not going to take it from me, you mean atheist. So you Christians out there, you see, this is true persecution. This is what Jesus must have felt when he was up on the cross. They're like, screw you, Jesus! You're not 6 feet tall! You're only 5'10! See, they even shorted Jesus an inch. They couldn't bear to tell the truth. This is what they did to Jesus. This is why he died. He died because of lies. Lies of the height. At the height of their arrogance.
When you try to get on here and you try to do what God has called you to do, and that is to call out the unfruitful works of darkness, you got to get on here and deal with people who know nothing about you and say that, oh, G-Man is at 5'11". What if I said the dragonite? Prove it. What if I said, okay, I'm a virgin? Okay, prove it.
I don't remember calling him a virgin. I think that there are dumb enough women in New Jersey that would have enticed him enough for sex, or vice versa. I don't think that he's that. Honestly, I don't. I think that there at some point in time he is shut up long enough to commit the act of coitus. Whether it was, fruitful or not, we'll say that is another question. But a part of me does not want to believe that there are little idiots running around here with his genetics, because I would love to keep him out of the fucking population. And mind you, when I say keep G-Man out of the population, I don't want you to fucking breed. That's what I mean. Okay, so you trying to read between the lines there is going to be dispelled very quickly. I don't want you to breed, G-Man. We don't need any more stupid in the society that we live in. Please keep your dirty dick away from any vaginas, even the cats. Keep it away from the cats too, because I know you like to get touchy-feely with cats. So, no, G-Man, I don't think you're a virgin. I just think that you have no game for a 40-year-old man who lives in someone's attic.
How do you know this to be a fact?
Because you are.
As you know it.
He's upset. Look at that. A squirrel. Is that a squirrel? Is that shiny keys? What's over there? Is it a leaf?
Let me tell you why the video was made. The video was made because I attacked his religion.
Oh.
And the people agree with their religion, known as getting off of GTV, asking for evidence for the theory of evolution.
My religion is fishing.
He doesn't want to provide that evidence. So what he does is he gets on his YouTube channel and he insults people. Listen to me. I'm not an evolutionist.
Okay.
Nothing. Okay, so
this must be what it's like when I disconnect.
I find it very interesting that I get on here and make a video about evolution. And what does he do?
Oh God!
I live in my.
Is it this bad when I disconnect? Is it really this bad? Is this what it sounds like? Because I don't go back and watch my own videos.
Prove that. And he knows he can't prove that I share a common ancestor with a cat. This is why evolution is a farce, guys.
So yeah, we can actually determine that genetically. But I mean, if you want to believe that you don't actually share a common ancestor, well, it's because it's weird. Like when you talk to these ID guys, they will say, well, yeah, we have similar genetics, even though we were made uniquely in the image of God. Well, hold on for a fucking second here. Here, and let me like move away from the comedy for a second. And here's something that anyone who knows anything about just a little bit, you don't have to know fucking riff flips. You don't have to know about SNPs or any type of polymorphisms or tandem repeats. You don't have to know anything about that shit. Okay, let's just scratch that for right now. All right, we know he's never going to get to that level to understand any of the shit I just mentioned, him or True. Here's the weird thing. And a lot of people who even have a cursory understanding of their stupid fucking arguments, it's not even arguments, it's stupid fucking claims. Here's what is not understood. If you're making the claim, right, that there is some Prometheus-like creator individual situations out there that caused us to happen, to be becoming, to happening, to exist, insert fucking Trey Jadlow quote here, then that has to be significant. There needs to be a way to show that we are then somehow separate from all the other beasts and non-beasts and cats and non-cats and dogs and non-dogs out there. All right. But if we're made out of the same shit, then that would imply that there is some type of association. And when I'll say made of the same shit, I mean the same 4 nitrogenous fucking bases. Okay. Well, he used all the same stuff. Well, why would he need to use the same stuff? This is supposedly the creator of the entire fucking excuse me, not the creator of the entire fucking universe, but needs to use the same shit for all the fucking creatures. But yet we're made. Well, how does that make us fucking unique? Because we stand up on 2 legs. Okay, well, there are facultative fucking bipeds. Okay, and there are animals that walk on fucking 2 legs. Quite a bit. What does that fucking mean? So if you can see and actually track mutations that led from one species to another and to sister species and cousin species and here, that, and this, that, and the other, then that would show that there's some type of relation there. Not, oh, well, he used the same stuff. That has never made any sense to me, because that aligns with what we already fucking said. If your predictions make the same fucking predictions as regular ass science, except you attach more shit to it, then we're going to go with the stuff with the least amount of fucking assumptions. Just saying. Just saying. So maybe you folks who don't actually understand how this shit works need to go pick up a book, because it's not my job to fucking educate you. I mean, I enjoy learning about shit, even stupid shit like calculus, because who needs calculus anyway? I mean, you walk into class, you get an A, you misspell all type of shit, you find the derivative of e to the x, and you walk the fuck out, right? That's how it works. So if me saying, all right, if you want to learn about this topic, you should go read about it, offends you, then that right there tells me that you don't want to do anything. You don't actually want to learn. You really don't. Because if y'all talk about emails and shit, I get emails from, so the fuck what? Do y'all know how many emails I get from people with PhDs just trying to invite me to go talk to, like, I deleted an email earlier where somebody with a PhD wants me to come and fucking speak to a group, wants me to come and learn to be a fucking moderator for a deliberative dialogue. I was like, nope, I ain't doing it. I don't want to. Who cares? Who fucking cares? What actually matters is if you can learn something, if you can actually acquire information. Because if I want to, let's say I want to brush up on, what am I doing? I'm brushing up on chemistry. You know what I'm going to go fucking do? I have a book over there that I can go open up and look at the chemistry of life. I know where to find it. I know I can go in that biology book because there's a bit of chemistry of life in there and how it relates to specifically organic molecules, hydrocarbons, all that shit. Once I've looked into it and I've reached a certain fucking point that, I'm kind of sure, kind of not sure about this. Let me go check with somebody. Okay, you know what? Let me watch some videos first. Let me supplement my understanding. Then I'll go to, Khan Academy, or I'll go to Crash Course Biology, or I'll go to, whatever resource online. I say, okay, yeah, I kind of understand, but not really. You know what? Let me get it straight from the horse's mouth. All right, you know what? Doc Savage, hey, I'm wondering, is EDTA one of the best chelates to use for doing this type of reaction here for whatever, right? Oh, yeah, I use that all the time. Boom. There we go. That is the progression on how you understand shit. Just for your average ass person. This is how I go about shit. But if you don't even want to start off with, well, let me educate myself, then that's where you're fucking up. It's not up to other people to educate you. You're a grown-ass 40-year-old, well, supposed grown-ass 40-year-old man that lives in someone's attic. You got all the time in the world since you ain't got a fucking job. Go read. Go fucking read. And you're upset when I tell you to do that because it's up to me to educate you. No, 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 no. No, it is not. It's not up to me. Your parents failed you. You managed to go 40 fucking years with that mentality. Your parents are fucking failures because they raised a handicapped ass man into being codependent upon another person. You are a fucking failure. You and the people who coddle you are failures because they encourage that stupid shit. So don't come to me now that you're upset that you failed at life and you're upset because I shorted you a few inches. So well, fuck what? Who cares? Really? I just make fun of it. But don't get all bowdy with me because you're upset. You're mad. You're hot. Like we say in Louisiana, I indigenan. I indigenan. All right? You fucked yourself up.
Into these atheists on the internet. These people are just dishonest. They want to know the truth of it, smack them in the face. Moving on from that, you guys can expect more of this because I told you these people are no longer interested in trying to defend their religion. Okay? They can't defend their evolutionary religion.
My religion.
It's not science.
Look, folks, I'll be honest. I'll be honest right now. I got a C in ecology. I find ecology fucking boring. I did okay with the evolution questions, but man, is that fucking topic boring. Sorry, folks, if you're in ecology. I you know what? I didn't go to class as often as I should. I admit it. That's a mar on my record. I don't like getting C's. I got a C in calculus recently. You know what? I did well. I got a better grade than last time. You know what? If my heart's not in it, even if my heart's in it with that, because I actually did put heart and effort into fucking calc, and I appreciate the person behind the scenes who was helping me with that. And I feel I earn what I earn. But man, it's weird though that I didn't do as well as I probably could have done in ecology, which that's the breeding ground for evolution. I mean, that's where I learned about it in Alfred Wallace's take on it as well. But if it's my religion, why did I get a C in that class? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, if it's my religion, I think I got a better grade. But yeah, C's get degrees. But for me, I do value my GPA. I am actually a little salty about that. But I find it odd because when G-Man says shit and you match it up against reality, stuff, it doesn't add up. It just doesn't add up. If it's my religion, I think I would have done a little bit better in that class. Just saying.
They cannot prove
going to class would help
with the
too.
mechanism of mutations. They can't prove it with DNA.
Ain't this the same dude that
he was created in the
well, hold on for a second. This is the same guy who asked me to make a video because he didn't understand genetics. So, but now all of a sudden he does understand genetics. That's weird how that works. That's really weird. So the person who had to teach him about genetics and the connection between genetics and diseases, he's now trying to refute now that he's been properly taught. Well, put that in quotes. Properly taught about genetics. That's odd, man. I need to go out to my instructor and kick him in the balls.
Image of God. We are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. None of us.
He needs to fix his internet.
What else don't he know?
I missed it.
What else don't he know?
Huh?
Think about it.
Oh, okay. See, all right. Check this out. I think the closed caption is just running amok. Y'all can see it. See something about tape measure?
And being a Christian is about telling the truth. It's about us getting on here and standing up for what we believe.
God, this is painful.
I will never lose my faith to this nonsense. When was the last time we seen a Christian deconvert to become an atheist? We haven't seen it in a long time. for a lie.
I missed
And
something.
the lie, excuse me. The lie is that you guys actually believe that you are related to mud puppies. It's a lie. It's not true. It's not true. There's no evidence for it. There's no proof for it.
Mud puppies, not watermelons.
What's up, Molly? What's up, Molly? What's up? Apparently, you're my child. I didn't know that either. I have a tape measure right here. If I wanted to, if I really wanted to get stupid with people, I can just sit here and measure myself and show you how much of a liar. But nobody cares if he's lying.
No, do it.
That's the problem. Nobody.
Well, here's the weird thing. Here's the weird thing. Now, if he did that, that would be evidence of his claim. Now, this is so weird to me. It's like he would rather. Here's what I don't understand. Like, he will get mad and rant for 40 fucking minutes and show his ass, and well, intermittently show his ass in between the random hiccups with his internet connection. But he could easily debunk what I'm saying. Either the statement that I previously made. He could easily do that if he actually shows. Like, okay, well, let me set it up here. Let me put it all the way up here and set it down there, and let me show you here. It is at the bottom, and then I'll take a marker. I'll stand next to it, take a marker, and make the tick mark on top of my head, and then we can show it to the camera. Boom, easy, right? I mean, I was like, I'd probably rather be there, but at least he tried. But like, rather than giving evidence for a claim, he's more interested in crying. That's what gets me. Can you imagine a homeowner seeing G-Man go up and down carrying a phone rant? You know what, Heavy Hollow? I think about that. I think about that all the time. Like, what is this person, whoever this guy is, has to, like, they're on the receiving end of hearing this maniac in his attic, like, rant at the odd hours in the morning, and then just go fucking nuts every other day and rant and rave about this, that, and the other. Like, could you imagine? Could you imagine having this idiot in your attic? I couldn't. Like, it's like I would get no peace. How does is there anyone else living there? Do they sleep? When do they sleep? If they sleep? Like, wow. Just I can't imagine. Like, if anyone's had squirrels in their attic, you know how rambunctious they are. But imagine this fucking 5'8" squirrel who has an internet connection and can't shut the fuck up. Jeez. Okay, I thought I had to sneeze, so I muted my mic. I guess I don't have to sneeze. Okay, the sneeze is going away. The sneeze didn't want to come out. Okay, thank you, sneeze.
Nobody cares that he is misrepresenting every atheist here on the internet.
I am.
And it's awesome. It's great. It is fodder for me. You want to know why? Because I'm going to stand here and say, if you're dumb enough to trust any atheist on here to tell the truth about anything, there is something wrong with you. Don't trust these people.
So this coming from the guy who did we just have an episode of him making false claims about people that have come to his aid? And atheists at that. Well, for one thing, he was holding the position that he can't trust any atheists, but then called to atheists when he was paralyzed and he was in the hospital and he could. So then he goes from that to them wanting to dox said people because I don't even remember why. Oh, because one of the individual situations reminded him of a promise that he made to keep bullshit off the internet, and he got so incited by that he decides now he wants to just say fuck it. Oh, and then even a Christian sister of his, because I think she used his name, which is publicly available, in a video that he decides to call her at 1 o'clock in the morning and then make threats to dox not only her daughter, but her grandmother. Again, when we're talking about people not to trust, this is the same dude who got kicked out of Shield Squad and was threatening to dox them because they used his name in a text message. Threatening to reveal their family's information to some of the supposedly the dangerous people he deals with, these ISUPK one Westers. People that he claims are very dangerous. He would He would give away another Christian's information to people he has identified as being incredibly violent, capable of murdering folks. Now, if we're talking about people not to fucking trust, this is the same dude who's threatened people's kids, or the welfare people's kids, at least. How many times is he going to continue to try and threaten to dox the locations of people's kids in their schools? What type of sick fuck does that? Speaking of people not to fucking trust. God damn. And you have to wonder about the dudes that stick by you. And that's what I love. I love it. I love it. I love the dudes that stick by G-Man. Go, I don't care. So what? I don't care. I don't care. Well, I don't care. Subjective arbitrary. I love it because they abide by that shit. They're cool with it. That's all right. That is all right. So don't sit up here, G-Man, and talk to people about who not to trust. Because if I short you a few inches, okay, whatever. I'm a dishonest asshole. I'll come right out and say I am a dishonest asshole. But you're not gonna see me on here threatening people's kids. You're not gonna see me on here threatening to plaster people's images all throughout, city blocks to expose their address or whatever stupid fucking scenario that he wants to concoct to try and get back at someone. Like, come on, dude. Really? Do you really think? And what kills me about this, and I keep saying shit kills me. I should be dead by now. The best part, and I think someone mentioned this last night. I want to say someone did. Is that you listen to the people who surround themselves with this type of nonsense, the people in the CCP inner circle, and they don't think anything's wrong with this. They think that this is normal. He just makes mistakes. I don't know folks who just make mistakes and threaten the welfare people's kids. I could say that, I'm pretty damn sure. I've met a lot of folks, even folks from the 9th Ward. You know that you don't mess with kids. Kids are off. They're off limits. They're not targets. But G-Man has no compunction when it comes to that. But then he gets on here and talks about persecution and victimhood and who not to trust. G-Man knows that he's a piece of shit. G-Man knows that his life is shit. G-Man knows that I got his fucking number. It's a figure of speech, G-Man. It's a figure of fucking speech. Figure of speech. Look that shut up. Figure of speech. Do I need to Google that too? Do I need to Google that? It's a figure of speech. I keep forgetting he doesn't understand this shit. But yes, Angry Cockroach. The why. Why? The why is important. Here's why I threaten people. G-Man, how about that? Make a video. Here's why I threaten people's kids. I would love that video. G-Man, could you do just a video on that? Could you G-Man dick suckers do that too? Get him to make that video. I want to see it. I want to hear it. I want to sit. I'm gonna get my where's my lotion? Where's my fucking lotion at? I want that video. Here's the reason why I threaten people's kids. I'd love to see it. I'm still waiting on it. Go in and find whatever Bible verse you need to. You can go to the story about the Amalekites and their kids and all that shit too. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine because Skylar Fish can use that on his channel. That's speaking of fodder. But please, G-Man, don't get up here and talk about people not being trustworthy. Your own fucking landlord can't trust you to calm the hell down. You can't even be trusted to watch roadkill on a busy highway. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Okay? Why are you listening to a bunch of people that can't even define evidence, no less, besides actually showing you any evidence? I got this chart here on my wall. Let me take this down here. And it talks about, and this is not where I get my information from, but it talks about creation and the arguments for creation and what the arguments for evolution are. This is the best.
Wait, didn't he say he doesn't learn from this? Did he? Let me go rewind it just a second. Let me make sure.
Define evidence, no less, besides actually showing you any evidence. I got this chart here on my wall. Let me take this down here. And it talks about, and this is not where I get my information from.
This is not where he gets his information from. He has a chart, but he doesn't get his information. So let's see what he does with this thing that he doesn't get information from.
But It talks about creation and the arguments for creation and what the arguments for evolution is. This is the best thing I ever bought in my life. And the other materials that I had to argue against it, because I was wondering whether or not this was true. So I said, let me ask some questions regarding some of the things that was written here. You know what I mean? And every time I'm asking a question, the answers I'm getting is ridiculous. I'm getting answers like
Wait, so hold on for a second. So you don't get information from this thing, but you've read off of it, and then you use it in arguments. So wouldn't that be obtaining information from it? I'm not like it. It's help me. Maybe he has some weird definition of information. But if I read something and I digest it and then I expel it on the internet or verbally or whatever, didn't I just get information and put it to use? Whether it's true or not is irrelevant. But I'm just this is so confusing to get. Like how does he live and not swallow his own tongue? Like it's amazing because you could look at him right now and it's like, look, has anyone ever had livestock at any point in time in their life? Anyone ever been to like a petting zoo? You ever look into the eyes of a goat or a cow? That's what it's like talking to him. If you've never actually been to a farm, I've been to a few. I've been to a few petting zoos. Look into the eyes of a cow or a goat. There's nothing behind them. There's nothing at all. There ain't shit going on. That is like talking to fucking Gary here. It is exact, and it's funny because some of us were joking about it afterwards. It's like there's nothing, man, nothing in there. But man, can he run his goddamn mouth? He thinks he knows something. He thinks he's going little tink is found him a bit of something. He's running off at the mouth. Man, if he put that kind of effort toward having a life, he might have got somewhere. But unfortunately, not.
G-Man, your breath stink. G-Man, you're not tall enough. G-Man, you got your belt on too tight. Your shirts don't look good on you. You need to shave. I'm hearing everything.
How come none of the shit that he just named are things that I've actually said about him? I said no. I guess the closest thing is that you probably need to find clothes that fit. Now, that's immaterial to any of the claims he's making. It's just me trying to help a brother out. Like you really should actually find clothes that fit. I mean, just you're 40 years old. You're a middle-aged man, just going bald. You should probably learn how to dress yourself at some point in time. That's just practical ass knowledge. I'm not like I don't. If me telling you to find clothes that fit offends you, you need to get out of 1993, my man. That's bad. I didn't say his breath stinks. His breath probably does smell like shit. I don't think that I think he takes care of his teeth as much as he takes care of his ass. And we've seen what happens with him recently, him taking care of his ass, literally. He ends up in hospital. So his breath probably does smell like shit. He probably does eat shit sandwiches. I mean, hell, he's in a very industrialized area of the United States and drinks rainwater that is definitely been polluted with all types of fucking aerosolized chemicals. But you know what? It's if he doesn't ingest a bowl full of shit every day, I'd be surprised because he found some stupid ass YouTube video where eating your own shit and piss is healthy for you. And I'm not even joking, folks. They have YouTube pages like that. And someone told me the name of one of the they talk about this woman on the Psychic Vampire podcast with Omni and Doc Savage. What's the bitch name that she drinks her own piss and she claims it'll cure cancer or some shit like that? Y'all know who I'm talking about. He watches shit like that, so his breath probably does smell like piss. I didn't get close enough to him, so I don't know. Like I couldn't bend down far enough. So yeah, your breath probably does smell stank. You do need to find clothes that fucking fit. Again, that has nothing to do with your argument, but if that's all you pay attention to, then maybe you should fix that shit. I'm just saying, man. It would help. It would help.
But the mechanisms
Rain
of
Florence.
evolution. You don't know how good I feel. I feel so good because I know that
just
these
drank my own
people don't
piss.
got it anymore. They don't got it. They are beaten. They are destroyed. They're stopped. Because none of these guys can sit me down and try to explain anything to me about.
Boom. There it is. There it is, folks. There it is. I knew if I kept listening long enough, I get to it. And I mentioned this shit earlier. It's all about teaching him something. And it's crazy. And every time he gets upset, he goes to this. Well, they can't sit me down, teach me anything. You are a grown ass, 40-year-old, pathetic ass man. Why does somebody need to sit you down, G-Man? Your parents really failed you. His breath smells like Ronnie's ass. Spoken smells like G's ass. It's the start of the human centipede. That's probably right. Shit. Oh God. Human centipede part 4.
Out this theory, they can't do it. And it proves that, let me tell you something, what the bigger picture of all this is. When we talk about, God creating the heavens and God creating the earth and us being fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God, and you're talking to people who don't believe this.
Hold on for a second. There we go. All right.
And you're asking serious questions and you want serious answers. And what they're telling you is, G-Man's not 5'11". He's a virgin. He was with his sister. None of these things are true. And none of them are relevant to the video I made.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. I said it as a fucking joke. And actually, since he cared enough to correct us on that, I've graciously taken that correction. No, D-Man does not live with his sister. We were mistaken. Bad intel. He lives with a fucking stranger who he pays to live in this guy's attic. That's even worse. But if he wants to make that correction again, that's fine, and I will continue to take that correction, because trust me, I find reality much funnier than fiction. The fact that he pays to live in some guy's attic, some random fucking person's attic, amuses the dog shit out of me. This dude pays to sweat at night. You pay money from a job you no longer have to sleep in a fucking attic. Like, that's just sad. Like, what do you even say about that? I'm over here fucking about to catch a cold because I got the damn fans on all night. Y'all can probably hear the fan I got going on. AC stays on in this fucking place. It's too hot not to have no fucking fan. Now AC, this bitch stays on. Especially when my son gets here. I was like, nope. I'm not gonna have my son laying and sweating. No. Yeah, same. Yeah, I thought one of his siblings might not be useless. Yeah, I thought so too. Because he previously lived with family members. That's why he's previously lived with them. But from what I understand, they get sick of him, and so they kick him out. So what's wrong with living in an attic? It's an attic. People aren't meant to live in attics. Attics are meant for storage. You can convert attics so that the insulation is more suitable for human living spaces, but it's the heat rises. Let's say that you need to really make sure that it's suitable for human living. And it seems as though the place that G-Man is renting wasn't properly, I'll say, converted, because I have my aunt actually that lives in South Carolina. She has a beautiful home there, and the top floor, which would technically be an attic, has been converted into another room, but it was converted properly and actually connected to the central cooling system. So even though we went there and we visited there, it's an actual room. It's not a space that someone put lights in there. Because that's where, if you actually look at where he lives, it's an attic with a fucking light and a few amenities where someone can, live there and watch TV or play games or whatever. But there's not. That's the reason why he's sweating bullets, because they didn't actually connect it to the central AC. You wouldn't, because it's an attic. But again, that kind of shows you that he's in a bad place in life. It's just sad. It is just sad.
You once got butthurt with me when I said that all atheists are liars. Well, guess what? I'm going back to that because I'm justified for doing that. I don't hear nobody questioning him on this, and I don't see one video, not one video made by any atheist in this community calling him out on it. So I'm sorry, I have to go back to my mentality.
Okay, so here's what's interesting. I love this part too for a few reasons. I love this part. So now he wants other people to hold me accountable to my statements. Now that's interesting. When we wanted his Christian brothers to hold him responsible for saying horrible shit to Sabella and to Jade and to all these other folks, I don't know. I don't control you, but I don't know. Subjective arbitrary. I don't care. No, and that's all we got. But now that the shoe's on the other foot, so to speak, now he wants something to change. That's what I find shocking. But not only that, he knows that his generalizations are wrong. He's acknowledging it here. He's perfectly capable of acknowledging that his previous generalizations that finally went away were incorrect, have been rectified, but now he's going to go back and carry around that falsehood again because he feels justified to do it. That's interesting. That's going to be useful later.
In which I was corrected years ago with that all of you guys are liars. You are incapable of telling the truth. So, you know what, Trogdor Jr., I debated you before. You don't even understand the question. Seriously, think about that a minute. You are so scientifically illiterate that you don't even understand the question about how a dog can become a non-dog. You don't even understand the question. So if I broke it down to you, in small ways, you're never going to be able to understand what I'm talking about. And I'm convinced of this because you're not intelligent enough to get it. And I get it and I understand it. But don't worry, on GTV, I'm going to try to explain to you the mechanisms of evolution. I'm going to go into detail about mutations and how they work, because you're not going to learn that on that other channel.
Look, man, look here. Look. Oh, who's this? Who's this down here? Hey, G-Man, check your inbox. Okay, you got that dick pic he sent you. Boop. Yeah. All right. So let's see if he actually if he did that. Let's see if he, because man, when he starts talking about mutations and shit, I was like, oh, he gets a little bit, but he's talking about molecular genetics, huh? Man, oh shit, my associated with this. That's interesting. So let's see. He said GTV, didn't he? He did say GTV. Oh, why doesn't he have GTV over here? He said faithful God on here. All right, so let's. There we go. GTV. Let's see if he Dragnon's answer evolution. Okay, so is this it? Oh God. Okay, so he does talk about mutation. So this is supposedly the video that he's talking about. Rolling the dice and forming complexity, laughing my butt off. And so what is he? He's playing a video here. Why did he get another hat? Okay, he needs to hide that bald spot really well. Let me see. I could have sworn I just saw him play a video. Yeah, I'm tripping. Okay. Let me do this. I think I saw this video. Okay, so he's parroting. Oh yeah, I did watch some of this. And he just starts pulling random claims out of it, well, random numbers out of his ass. Okay. Oh yeah, this is when he was. Oh man. Oh I did. I think I did a review of this, and I was mentioning sponges. I was probably talking about this on another channel. I don't watch my previous videos, folks. I have no idea. I knew I spoke about it. It could be on air, it could be off air. I don't remember. I don't keep a track of this shit. Okay, I'm just looking at the closed captioning in the comments. So he did talk about this on this. Okay, so if you're wondering, I'm probably not going to play that. More than likely not, because they put with so much stupid. All right.
He's not teaching you nothing. He is wasting people's time. It's not wait.
Well, okay, here's what's interesting. Now G-Man loves to look in the chat. So if you learn something from me as far as science, take this time now to put it in the live chat, because he loves to point out live chats. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out this chat so it can piss him off even more. So if you have learned something about science from my channel, feel free to post it, and I'll if I can there we go. Phenomena. Okay. The hell is that? Oh, there we go. I'm from therapist, huh? Yeah, man, get that therapy in. Hydraulics. I have to throw a curveball from the drag chair. There you go. That's something. Learn about hydraulics. Yeah, hydraulics is not Wash my dick or get a UTI. Okay, that is a joke. That is a joke. UTIs are obtained a number of ways. Hygiene is not necessarily one of the big ways. You usually get it from another person, but they gotta come from somewhere. But there are ways that lax hygiene can lead to one. There's not a, I can't think of a direct pathway, a direct scenario. I just say that because he's a dirty motherfucker. Only has a 40-year-old man child. I'll give you more. Oh man. So this pisses off Gary. So there you go. You get to see what people say. I know you watch this shit. I know your girlfriend. Oh, everyone say hi, True. Hi. He has to be wondering how I know he's watching. I know he has to wonder that, but no, that's okay. While you guys put stuff in the chat to piss him off, I am trying to catch this Pikachu. Get in the ball. Get the ball. Learn how splitting cells is normally used, as it was not something I ever thought about. Yeah. If you have questions about that, I am now technically a trained tissue culture technician. That's what that course got me. And that is one of the courses in the biotech program that they recommend before you enter the workforce. So I also need to take laboratory for the eukaryotic gene, and I will show you what it's just a lab course where you just all the fancy lab stuff, and including mixing chemicals is included, taught by Dr. Santiago. So lab eukaryotic gene, and I was told that I should take that. Where is it at? Because I'm going to do a terrible job at explaining it. Okay, let me just okay. Laboratory for eukaryotic gene expression. It's only 2 credits. Or whatever. Okay, practical training in current gene expression studies, including isolation, quantification, and handling of RNA, cDNA synthesis, RT-PCR, and quantitative PCR. Microarrays and RNAi techniques were also discussed. So all I need to take this course. Oh, look at that, biology 3341. I know what that is because I had to look at it so many times. Molecular genetics. So I've already taken molecular genetics, so now I can take this senior level course, laboratory for eukaryotic gene expression. Awesome. I'll be seeing Dr. Santiago probably in the fall. So yeah, I will be taking, that was the other course that I needed, and I think I'm probably tapped out on electives for that. Yeah, I think I am. I might be. I don't know. Oh, histology. Let me take that. Okay. Anyway. Anyway, let me put this back over here. Get rid of that. Put this over here. All right.
At least in mine, I only watched about 2 to 8 minutes of the video. That's about it. Well, if a dog never becomes a non-dog, then guess what? Evolution is wrong. The macroevolution.
Oh, Lord.
Is wrong. And it's too bad you'll never be in the room to be able to tell me otherwise.
So, too bad I'll never allow you the chance to actually teach me what I get wrong. Well, hold on. Wait, wait. You're crying earlier that no one will sit you down and teach you anything, and then now you're laughing because you won't allow anyone in the room with you. But I know this doesn't make sense to you folks. You have to remember when he says things, they're all in isolation from one another. That you expect when someone speaks for any period of time that it's supposed to be consistent. It's supposed to be some type of, I guess, linear path to whatever conclusion or whatever, right? In a normal ass person, that is true. A normal person. This guy ain't normal. There's something wrong with him. That is what we're dealing with here. When he says things, everything is in isolation from the other. Even though they're contradictory things, they're just like I just pointed out, he will still say that both of those statements are apt. He won't actually say apt because he doesn't know what that means. But you get my point. You have to remember we're dealing with an imbecile.
Because instead of you taking your time to go on your YouTube channel and making a good, quality, well thought out video where you can influence the masses, all you care about is getting your giggles on.
Oh, well, I didn't realize that my channel was about that. Let me, actually, I forget. What is my channel about? So maybe I don't understand my own channel. Let me see. Science, shit talk, and sarcasm. My channel has taken a back seat to my real life, whatever real life is, endeavors. So don't be surprised if you aren't a fan of one or more of the aforementioned topics. I stream from Xbox One and PS4 occasionally. I'm the unofficial tamer of young Earth creationists, flat earthers, and woo peddlers. And my obvious self-promotion, I should probably fix this. Should probably fix that. There we go. Okay. Boop. There we go. Fixed. Okay. So G-Man, no, my channel isn't really here to educate people. If people do want to learn something, they can. And people have emailed me and they hit me up privately. Hey, I'm thinking about taking this direction. Hey, what did you do to get there? And I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with doing that because, like I said, my real life take. Oh, by the way, if just in case you didn't realize, G-Man, what accomplishment looks like. Let me put accomplishment side by side. Let me show you how I influence the masses. Image, I have to get the right one. Image 28. Image 28, open. Let me show y'all something for a second. Increase, enlarge. Let me show you something, G-Man. When you're able to achieve certain things, then, this is what accomplishment looks like. So when you're talking about trying to influence the masses, well, guess how many people saw this right here? Now I'll give you a guess how many people want to see this one, because this is my newest one. Obviously, I look much younger, so it's kind of a mind fuck. But if you're talking about influencing the masses, G-Man, then you need to get on my level. Sorry, I'm not sorry. You need to get on my fucking level. If you actually want to influence the masses, you actually have to do shit. You actually have to strive for something more than mediocrity. You actually have to get off fucking YouTube. So if you're wondering why I don't give a shit about YouTube that much, that's because I'm doing big things in real life, like some of us are. So You can be, again, as upset as you want to. You can be upset. And matter of fact, I just got a phone call about this photo here on the right yesterday to clear up some things because I misspelled my name. But yeah, I've seen this. Yep. So yes, yes, there you go. Artie Frosty is right. This was I think on 51 going from Delaware. Yeah, coming from Delaware going to, or excuse me, well, yeah, technically Elkton to Northeast. Yes, this is on that road. So if you recognize, if you've been around on this road, I want to say it's 51. I want to say I might have the highway wrong. I've not been there for over a year, but a few people have seen this. It's not there anymore because they have new students, obviously. But this was up there for a fucking reason. And hey, it is what it is. There aren't any dildos on it. Shar is right. Shar, you got me. There are no dildos in it. But this one's the newest one. This one hasn't come out yet. This one's actually pretty cool, folks, because I get my own webpage on websites, and it will actually describe my research that I'll be doing. So the research that I've been hinting to some of you about will be publicly available, and I will definitely make an entire fucking video on it just to piss off the CCP. That's the just self-aggrandizement fucking galore. That's really all it's for. And for some of you who are genuinely curious what I'm actually doing and why I was taking that tissue culture course to begin with. Hint, hint, hint. So it's funny that he talks about influencing the masses, where people are calling me and blowing up my phone to interview me, to talk to me about research, ask me about my trials and tribulations. Who the fuck is calling G-Men other than the cops? Just saying. Just saying. So when you and Spoken and your little girlfriends can get on my level, let me know. Let me know.
That's all you care about. I care about souls. I want to see people go from death to life. I want to see people come to Jesus Christ and know and know his suffering. To know what it feels like to be forgiven of your sins and to have eternal life. I want people to know what that feels like. I don't want people on here wasting their time believing that but Stardust, and we're just here taking up space. Listen to me. If you want to believe that bankrupt you, that's you. But I can't accept that because
that's up to you. That's on you, though. That's on you, man. Well, so what? So here's, you know what? Here's what I like about that, and that's why I'm putting a lot of effort with Emperor and with Nate. Y'all, and by the way, y'all don't have to like any of us. Y'all can just listen to some of our views, because there's going to be a lot of button heads because we actually do disagree on a lot. But because I actually get to talk about some of this shit, I actually get to talk about what I think success is and what my view on a lot of topics. And ooh, I think it's going to rain. I'm a pluviophile. If some of you didn't know that, you'll get to learn a little bit more about me other than this bullshit here, because I do get tired of this. But here's the crazy thing. Here's how I view the world. If I am part of the universe is part of me. I am but one speck in a large sawdust in a gigantic sawmill. So what I do with myself is what sets me apart from the next bag of chemicals or the next piece of fucking stardust. But then at the same damn time, I'm connected to everything else. That to me is invigorating. That to me is meaning. But he can't accept that. He can't accept that he's not fucking special. I've never liked that narrative. I've never liked, well, you know, magical man in the sky made me. That's why I'm dumb and a fucking failure, because I'm destined to suffer for great. No, that's why he likes this narrative. He loves this. And think about this shit, folks. And G-Man, you can get mad as you fucking want to. You and your boyfriends can be mad as you want to. But here's the fucking truth. Here's the truth of the goddamn matter. You're a failure, and you chalk up your failure because you think a magical fucking entity in the fucking sky destined you to suffer. And so you have some magical fucking purpose that doesn't require you to actually put in any work or to actually try at something. That's why you like that shit. That's why you can't accept being Stardust. That's the fucking truth. I have the polar opposite view. I put on my pants one leg at a time like everyone else. If I'm feeling extra froggy, I'll try both and fall on my face. But the effort I put into being great, whether I achieve it or not, is irrelevant. But the effort I put into it yields results. It may not always be the results that I want. I may find out, you know what, there is limitation. I found out again today, or yesterday rather, that you know what, drag, your limitation is, you know what, your lax attitude in high school when it came to mathematics has an impact on you now. And I suffered for it. My GPA suffered, but you know what? A stumbling block. I appreciate those who helped, and I gave it my all, and I don't have any regrets. And so now it's up to me to rectify that. But it wasn't, well, drag was destined. This is destined. It was set forth. The gods demand it. No. The effort I put in yields results. What you do matters. The exact fucking diametrically opposed viewpoint of this idiot. He can put in no effort and expects fucking results. He can do nothing and wants to be fucking great. That's what kills me. That's what I don't understand. That's why I say that G-Man's parents failed him. Because this is a result of not only the New Jersey fucking school system, he went to Pennsylvania and got fucked up, whatever. Okay, sure, whatever. But ultimately, you got to fall down quite a number of stairs to get this dumb and to get this mentally handicapped. This takes years, but this doesn't happen overnight. This does not happen overnight. How do I know? Well, you know what? I got 3 little brothers. Ain't perfect. Hell, they older brother. Me, I ain't perfect. But how we were raised definitely guides us as adults. And I see that difference in how my cousins are raised and what they're doing. It has a major impact on shit. There's no way he was raised by decent folks having this type of mentality that he can just do whatever. It doesn't matter actually what he does. He just kind of, he exists. That's it. That's all G-Man does. He exists. He doesn't actually put forth effort. And you want to know, and so, well, Dragnet, what's your evidence? The fact that you require, you have the audacity to chide other people. I genuinely, folks, I can't hype and emphasize this shit enough. The fact that this dude places the emphasis on other people to teach him is what kills me. He doesn't want to put in the effort himself. That is the moment I go, I got you. I got you. I know. I know. I know. Because that type of codependent mindset doesn't just come out of nowhere. That has to be cultured. That has to be nurtured. That was a seed at one point that has grown into an oak. This type of crippling mindset is why his life is shit. Is why he's a shit person. But what I don't know, what I can't figure out for the life of me, is why that there are people who see that and they think that that's normal. What type of fucked up scenario did they grow up in? What type of nonsense did they surround themselves with inadvertently that makes them think that this fuck up of a human being is normal? I can't put my finger on it for the life of me. I cannot figure out why. Because there's no sane person that I know that views this cretin as normal. These outbursts as just, you know, well, he's a little distraught. No. I've seen people revert to their primal state when they're upset. Okay, cool. But man, his primal state seems to be fucking his That's his standard mode. That's his default. He ain't reverting to shit. That's him. Like, give me a fucking break. Give me a goddamn break.
Every time I try to get serious on here and I say, show me the evidence, show me the evidence, show me the evidence, what do? You just say, G-Man ain't tall enough. G-Man's a virgin. G-Man lives with his sister. What? Even if that was true and it's not, what does that got to do with evolution? What does that got to do with evolution? You bragging about, I went to college. I don't brag about it. But if you're going to brag about going to college, for crying out loud, teach something. Like, it's possible for a person to go to school and come out knowing nothing.
Wait, what'd you just say?
It's like I can do with evolution. You bragging about,
I love this.
I went to college. I don't brag about it. But if you're going to brag about going to college, for crying out loud, teach something. Like, it's possible for a person to go to school and come out knowing nothing.
Then that's your fucking fault. I just wanted to hear that again. I wanted to hear this sweating fucking fool acknowledge something that we've already realized about him. It doesn't matter what scenario you put him in. He can be in an institute of fucking learning, and he still won't learn nothing. Guess whose fault that is? Guess whose fault that is? That's your fault, G-Man. That's your fault. You can have terrible teachers. I've had bad teachers. I've had great teachers. I've had bad leaders. I've had great leaders. But you know what? You know who ultimately makes that decision? That's you. What you get out of it is based on your effort that you put in, and not depend on somebody else, because you have this weird dependent mindset that holds you back. Notice that I don't have that mindset. I don't, because I try and learn from my mistakes. And I say try because sometimes I don't. It's crazy to me, because if I don't understand something, well, you know what? It's because this person isn't teaching me right. No, maybe here's a starting point. Maybe it's because it's just me. Maybe I don't fucking. Speaking of flattery, the dude who came on last night, I'm trying to figure out. And of course, I was busting his balls about how he derived the tangent. Hey, he brought up the tangent line. It was browbeat me. So I said, well, you know, motherfucker, let's do some math. I can do that much. Trust me, I spent hours in off-air hangouts. Somebody can confirm. I spent hours deriving them tangent lines and them equations for it. Trust me, I can do that. But if I don't understand something, then let me take a step back. Let me make sure. Let me verify that I got it. And that may take some time. But I'm not going to sit up here and blame everybody else for me not knowing something. That's what you do, G-Man. That's your fucking problem. Because I've sat and I've watched other channels, hell, even my own channel. People explaining to you the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Whoa, 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 the wait, and the key, and the ka. All that bullshit that we've got on the soundboard. That's all I fucking hear. That's it. That's all I fucking hear from you. I don't hear, oh, okay, I understand. It's not Pokemon evolution. What I was saying was Pokemon evolution. I ain't heard that from you. I haven't heard that you actually understand that what you're describing ain't fucking evolution. If you're wondering about what a nested hierarchy is, then maybe that's what you need to be asking, because that's what it seems like you don't understand. But that's been explained to you. How do I know? I was fucking there. Oh, I don't like the inferences drawn from this creature that looks dramatically different, this extinct creature that looks dramatically different than its descendant of an extant species that exists today. Do I expect you to say all that? Fuck no. How does this dead thing, fossil thing, you know, is related to this living thing that don't look like the thing? That's what I expect from you, which is fine. I got that. And we can talk about the inferences drawn from that. We can go to cell theory. if it's necessary, we can go to cell theory, which is fine, which is perfectly fucking fine. It's not a non sequitur. It is perfectly fine. But you don't take the time to actually learn the shit. So why would anyone waste their time? Because people have for years wasted their time trying to teach you. And it was very telling to me. I say fairly recently, within the last year or so. And it was around the same time, and some of you may remember this, when he was talking about grass. He was drawing the comparison between eukaryotes of different clades. And then he mentioned grass, and oh well, if you consume grass, you'll die. Which kids have been eating fucking grass forever. And so I went live and I ate a piece of grass, and then he had to retract that statement. Even Antonio was like, brother G man, I don't think that's right. Antonio was like, I eat the grass, I'm alive. So I had to mess with Antonio. But man, when he says shit like that, it really tells you. But that wasn't it. That one instance wasn't it. It was around that time frame, because then he started to learn about eukaryotes. It's like, oh boy, here we go now. Here we go. He started to talk about I forgot how he was. He didn't say eukaryotes. What was it? Wow, what was it? Oh no, I got it. I remember. It was eukaryotes. That's what it was. It was eukaryotes to him. And so when he started describing, well, this thing's a eukaryote, and we're supposedly eukaryotes, and we don't look nothing like that. And I was like, what is he like? Hold on for a second. He was starting to kind of understand somewhat of what we're talking about. He's getting there. He's starting at the domains. He works his way down, which most people do. Fair. But then I couldn't figure out what he was talking about. And then it hit me. A few videos later, he was talking about eukaryotes, and he was upset because I pointed out that he didn't even he made up an N that wasn't there. I don't know where he got the N from. But he was then chastising us because we think that we're related to this thing, and he says he looked up pictures of eukaryotes. And I said, hold on now. When he says now folks, if you don't know, there are different classifications, and you can go higher or lower and get more specific as you go lower. You get more broader as you go higher. So obviously, you got me saying it, eukaryotes cover a wide array of creatures, right? So that's when I got confused. What could he have been looking at? What could he have possibly been looking at when he says that we don't look nothing like eukaryotes? And he started describing it. And I said, it hit me. He looked up eukaryotes rather than actually reading. And this is a sticking point. He went to images, and he went to obviously his favorite place, YouTube, and found videos. Okay? Folks, do y'all know what this idiot was looking at? He was looking at a eukaryote, but he didn't do any reading. And because this is when it really hit me that he is really averse to reading, and this is why he's functionally illiterate. Do y'all know that he was looking at a picture of a paramecium? If you've never seen, and some of you probably seen paramecium. Let me show you. Because it took me a while to figure this out. Okay, there are single-celled eukaryotes. He was looking at this. This is what he was talking about. And so his issue was that we don't resemble that. So we got things all fucked up. That right there tells me that he didn't read a goddamn thing. Because it's not about looking like this. There's a reason. And for those of you who don't know what eukaryote means, eu means true, karyote means nut. Okay? The nucleus is what early scientists referred to as a nut, just for reference sake. Just it's a ham-fisted way of explaining this. If you're not a science major, it's not really important. Just understand that that's what that actually refers to. Eukaryote, true nut. So this has a true nucleus. It has a defined nucleus. So where all the genetic material is stored is in a defined area and it's encapsulated. That's what it means. We share that in common with this paramecium. Everything under eukaryotes also shares that property. Okay? Very simple. Very, very simple. If you, and I've done this, if you take a piece of celery and you, or actually no, we did it. No, I didn't do celery. It was a leaf. I think it was some oregano or something like that. Take some oregano and you look at that, and you can take cheek swabs and look at the cells. The cells are different shapes, well, obviously, because the plants have a cell wall. We don't have cell walls. We just have cell membranes. Makes it more rigid. But you can actually see where the nucleus is. Yes, you had to bust a drag nut. That's very important. But he didn't do any reading. He didn't even want to. He wants to watch videos and think that he can absorb everything and learn everything by watching videos. It doesn't, like, look, children, first graders can spot eukaryotes. Ask me how I know. Children learn this, folks. 7 and 8-year-olds can recognize this. This is what they're teaching elementary school children. But this 40-year-old man wants people, adults, who have gone to school, who have actually taken the time to learn this stuff. Those of us who have strived to learn more in our free time and academia, wherever, he wants us to spend time with him to do something he's not willing to do for himself. Again, it's a really weird thing that he wants. He wants people to put in the effort he won't put in himself. And then other people are upset when we go, no, that is a waste of our time and you're an idiot. It's insulting. It is absolutely, because some of us, I can definitely speak for myself, some of us have actually been paid to teach this to people, to tutor people in these topics. And some of us do it for free, the people who want to learn. If you genuinely want to learn, you will make a way to do it. You will know how I learned about this. You will know what I did. And I'm sorry, G-Man and G-Man supporters, that I hold this man-child to the same standard as I would hold myself. I am so fucking sorry that he can't live up to my standard. I don't lower my standards for idiots. That doesn't happen. He needs to work himself up to mine. Like I say, bitches come to me. Need to remember that. Here's how Dragnot learned about this. Dragnot figured out back when he was specialist. Yes, and he has had offers tuition turned down. Thank you, Doc Savage. You and a few others have offered him quite a bit, and he's turned it down because that would require him to actually set a standard for himself and actually do something because he's too fucking lazy. Folks, here's what Dragnot did back when he was Specialist Mims. And please get my last name right, G-Man, if you're going to say it. When Specialist Mims, Doc Mims, was just a lowly lower enlisted in the U.S. Army and wanted to learn about this, you know what Specialist Mims did? Specialist Mims took his ass to the fucking library because Specialist Mims knew that he had a long shift to watch a stretch of desert, the Mojave Desert, in fact, a stretch of road in the Mojave fucking desert where it's really hot, by the way, really dry. It's really arid out there. If you've never been to Mojave Desert, it's fucking hot. Full uniform on. Took my ass, well, actually, technically, Mrs. Drag, with little drag in tow, took me to the library. I checked out some books on the relevant topics, dropped me off at the station, and she took the fuck off and went home and enjoyed air conditioning. Oh, by the way, while she was breastfeeding and getting her degree, by the way. Just in case you guys didn't know, Mrs. Drag got her degree way years ago while I was in the military. Breastfeeding, being a housewife, she got her degree. So I sat out there for quite a few hours reading on my phone, watching videos to supplement my understanding and asking people questions. Did all kind of things. But it started with me just sitting down reading. Can't get away from that. So that's what I'm talking about here. When he's upset and he's ranting and raving about what folks haven't done for him, for whatever reason, he leaves out the shit that he needs to do for himself. Don't know why. I can't figure it out. Can't figure it out. But maybe it's because he knows he's shit.
He made a couple of videos talking about answering some questions from his textbook. I'm entertaining doing that. I'm really entertaining doing that.
Oh, man.
Because right now, it's not as smart as you guys think he is. He isn't. So.
Someone's upset.
If you're an atheist and you believe that there is no God and you believe that we just randomly got here through the process of evolution and our first life form came through abiogenesis, and you believe in the Big Bang Theory and cosmology, listen to me. On my side of the fence, I got William Lane Craig, I got Dr. Kent Hovind, I got a bunch of people who I am proud to say are doing a great job of articulating our beliefs. Who do you have on your side?
I love that look right there. So you want to know? You know what? He does look like Crunchy Black. He does. That, man, that I love. Like the entire body of professionals in almost every scientific realm is on my side. Like if you actually want to weigh one against the other, William Lane Craig and I have to Dr. Kent Hovind. Oh God, Kent Hovind is not a doctor, but oh my goodness, Dr. Kent Hovind. I cannot for the life of me say that with a straight face. That is an insult to people who have actually done a doctoral thesis. Like, oh, really? Hello, my name is Kent Hovind. I am a creation/science evangelist. I live in Pensacola, Florida. I have been a high school science teacher since 1976. I'm reading actually excerpt from his actual thesis. I've been very active in the creation/evolution controversy for quite some time. Wow. Good job, G-Man. Good job.
Honestly, I got Wayne Lane Craig. I got all these. Who do you got? You got Lawrence Krauss, a man who's being accused of womanizing people all the time.
Okay.
Right? Like who do you have? You have Matt Dillahunty, the biggest coward in atheism. Who do you have at the end of the day? I'm proud to be a Christian. I am proud to be a follower of Jesus the Christ, the Son of the living God. I am proud that I am no longer dead in my trespasses and sins. And I am proud that I'm alive in Christ. I am proud that I have a purpose when I go to bed, and I have a purpose when I wake up. I am proud that when I upload a YouTube channel, that I'm going to influence somebody in a positive way. I am.
So does that actually happen though, G-Man? Did you influence somebody with this? Oh, okay. You influenced True Empiricism. He sent something to your inbox. Man, that's cool. So you gave True Empiricism a stiffy, and he sent you the picture of said stiffy. Okay, cool. I just wanted to see who you influenced for this. Okay.
Not if I was an atheist and I was in this present community right now, with the way this community is right now, I would never, ever, ever, ever be proud whatsoever of being wow, this person's representing me. All he does is laugh and giggle and talk about the person's height. Dude, do you know anything about science? Just so we make sure we're on the same page. Do you know what a mutation is? Do you know what a cell is? Do you know what a membrane is? Like, I don't think he understands those things. I think he's an actor, personally. I think he's an actor, and I think some of you are doing his homework, and you should be embarrassed at yourselves.
Oh, man.
I laugh and giggle, but I laugh and giggle at your atheism and your ridiculous logic. Where's the logic in this? G-Man wants to humble himself, learn about evolution, and what do I hear? G-Man is not even 5'11". That's not even true. I am 5'11". Okay? I'm closer to 6 feet when I got my sneakers on, but I'm 5'11" without my sneakers on.
Oh my goodness, folks, I can't. Like, he's too precious. He is too precious. Let me show y'all something. See, Brody went live, man. What the fuck, bruh? You live, man? What you doing?
So today we're getting ready for the Black Heathen show. The Heathens. I'll take this stuff ready to go. As you guys can see on the reel, we got promotional videos coming out and all that stuff. So hopefully, that should be all good.
Okay, I had to give him some shit. All right, let me show y'all something real quick. I'm ending this stupid shit, man, because this is just pathetic. This is pathetic. Y'all want to see some real fucking influence? And let me show you something. I'm trying not to show you the well, you probably already see the name of this. Let me show you something. Okay. Y'all see this? If y'all can't see the top right, or top left rather, this is a pediatric brain tumor program. I want y'all to read that again. I want you to read that real slow. Pediatric brain tumor program. Pediatric. So when I hear this dude talking about influencing people, I have to laugh. I'm like, what do you actually, you can't even influence your life. What have you done in your fucking life? You live in someone's fucking attic. You got to escape it because it's too damn hot. You can't even get AC. Just get the fuck out of here. No, ain't got shit to do with your fucking arguments because you're too dumb to talk about any of this. And because Sokka's right. At the end of the day, G-Man is too fucking dumb to have any intelligible conversation with. Let me show y'all something. If y'all didn't understand, I'll explain that later. Warning: you're back behind a few years, man. Sorry, something at 2 p.m. My 2-year sure you'll take a nap. Oh no, it's fine, man. Yeah, I'm about to end this because MP decided he wanted to go live and head his ass to work. So I'll be on and invite Warning good people too, because he wants to talk about evolution. We talked about some flat Earth last night, which you saw, but he wants to talk about evolution. So I got a little time. But I want to end on this. I want to end on this because when we're talking about goals and we're talking about influencing people, let me show you what I'm talking about.
For 7-year-old Hannah Meeson, she's happy, and she's in a place where she gets lots of attention. The Children's Cancer Hospital at MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston.
This hospital is amazing. I can't think of anywhere we would rather be. The decision to come here was the best decision we ever took.
Hannah was born in the Cayman Islands. She was diagnosed with autism at an early age, but her symptoms soon began to indicate something more serious.
Hannah started losing mobility. She was walking into the wall, falling over. She was just crying and just sort of sleeping a lot and just lethargic.
A CT scan at a local hospital revealed more than autism. Hannah was diagnosed with anaplastic medulloblastoma, an aggressive brain tumor. She was airlifted to Miami, where she had surgery to remove the tumor. When the family was told she would need additional treatment, they decided to go to MD Anderson Cancer Center.
July 2012, I'd never even heard of MD Anderson, but Nigel got onto Google, rated the #1 cancer hospital in the US. We thought, that'll do fine.
MD Anderson is one of the nation's leading cancer centers. Its mission is to cure cancer. Hannah is being treated in the pediatric brain tumor program at MD Anderson's Children's Cancer Hospital, which treats more than 2,000 children each year.
Family-centered care is at the core of what we do at the Children's Cancer Hospital. We have essentially created a hospital within a hospital, a special place for children, adolescents, and young adults.
Pediatric brain tumors are the second most common cancer in children, with up to 3,500 children being diagnosed in the United States each year. MD Anderson has joined forces with Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital, with the goal of making vast inroads in the treatment and survival rates of pediatric patients with these tumors.
Children's Memorial Hermann is part of the Memorial Hermann system here in Houston, which is one of the dominant hospital systems in town. When it comes to cancer care, MD Anderson is the best. So the two programs working together are working to change the way cancer care is delivered for children specifically with brain tumors.
The strength of the pediatric brain tumor program is because it is within MD Anderson Center. So I feel we have a wealth of facilities, and every aspect of neuroscience research we can think of is happening.
A tumor board made up of physicians and other healthcare specialists from both institutions meets weekly to review individual patients. Each child's case is discussed to determine what therapies are best for that particular patient.
We have a spectacular team of subspecialists who are highly trained and very focused on providing the best care in the world for a child who has a brain tumor.
The brain tumor program is what we like about being here. You have this collaborative approach with all these top professionals who are discussing your child and working out what's best for your child.
Pediatric patients come to MD Anderson from all over the world, many seeking second opinions.
We see 20 to 30%.
So I'm not going to play this whole thing. It's 11 minutes long. Y'all get my point, right? So when I say I don't care what some of these idiots say, if not all of these idiots say, that's why. And any of y'all can actually look this stuff up. And you guys saw, right? You saw these kids. Some of them barely have any hair. That some of them just started growing hair on their heads, and some of them look like skeletons. What they're not really telling you in the video, they're sort of kind of alluding to it. There's a reason why people all over the world come here. It's not just to get the best cancer treatment, because there are cancer facilities, in every, first world country. They come to MD Anderson because it's the last stop. And they're also not mentioning that not everything's successful. There is actually a rate of success there that you probably don't want to hear about, but is the last stop. Some people are luckier than others. My instructor, his cousin went into MD Anderson to get treatment as he was coming out, and his cousin never made it out. That was it. He had I forgot, it was a really aggressive form of cancer. It's the name of it's escaping me right now. It may have been pancreatic cancer, but his own cousin died there. So it's crazy when a doctor's video regarding cancer. Sure, we can talk about cancer. Actually, let's go. Scholar Fiction's having something at 2 p.m. We can talk about it on there. But the crazy thing to me is that when I talk about I have lofty goals, it is, yeah. Hold on. So when I talk about I have goals, it's for a few reasons. It's not entirely all noble, and I saw someone said that in the chat. Yeah, a part of it is, you know what, I definitely want to help, because this is just, it's almost pathetic. It is almost pathetic. The much money as we put into some of this other bullshit, all these issues that we're discussing, these social issues and stuff, and I'm like, there's kids dying. There's kids fucking dying. These kids ain't do shit to anybody. If you're talking about changing people's life, why don't you change these kids' life? Why don't you give these kids a chance at life that you fucked up? Because I look at this shit, and I look, he's had 40 years to fuck up. These kids have barely had 6 or 7. Some of them have, they may have reached double digits. But he's had 40 fucking years to fuck himself up. Why don't we put some effort into folks who have a better chance? That's what I think. And another part of it is I want to put myself in the annals of scientific history. It is personal for me. You know, a lot of my family members have cancer. My mother's had cancer. So you know what? I'm doing something to kind of help progress the field. But when I talk about influencing people's lives, I'm not talking about magic. I ain't talking about this magical thing called sin that doesn't actually impact anyone's life. I'm talking about cancer that will eat your ass. So bottom line is, no, I'm not putting effort into YouTube because I have loftier goals. Sorry, not sorry. So it's crazy. It is fucking crazy because he is concerned about appearing good on YouTube. And I'm talking about doing shit in real life. Actual shit. So anyway, folks, go watch MP. Fucking The End will be coming this Sunday. New video has been released. We got promos coming out every few days. Sign up, subscribe if you have not already to the YouTube page. You just type in 3 Black Heathens. Bam, there it is. Go sign up for it. We're going to talk some shit. We're going to discuss some things, politics, religion. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. So look forward to seeing y'all later.